after trying to trade forex and after trying to get like consistent results time and time again, you realize, yo, I just started learning how to trade forex probably like 6 months ago. Sometimes for some of you guys it's even like a year ago, right? You tried almost every strategy on the platform. You tried different mentors. You went for strategies. You tried to learn other methods on YouTube and stuff like that, but you just keep on losing money. So you get to this question like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Am I using the wrong time frames? Am I supposed to use like only smaller time frames, higher time frames, daily time frames? Like, am I supposed to do the long term trading thing, or am I supposed to only scalp and like stuff like that? You just get to a point where you feel like everything isn't really making sense. You just want to know like, okay, what's the correct time frame that I should be using to implement these strategies and stuff like that, right? So in today's video, I'm gonna need you to do only one thing. I need you to pay attention to this video from the start until the end, because I'm gonna clear out this misunderstanding that a lot of you guys have, and I know for a fact because I used to be in that exact same position where I had to like go and look for different kind of methods on which time frames to use. This method works with this time frame, this one works with this one. Like in this video, right, I'm gonna clarify all of that. I go by the name of Vussy Magz. Let's go ahead and go into it, man. Alright, welcome back to Vussy Magz. You already know what it is. It's your boy in the building, the steering, the last number, the beginning and the end. You feel me? So in this video I already told you what I hope to achieve with this video. So I just need your undivided attention for the next 8 to 10 minutes. You feel me? So first things first, right? Let's talk about, it's actually you guys sending me texts right now, you feel me? And listen, I've been getting so much feedback from you guys, and I appreciate that a whole lot, because it makes me, know that I'm doing the right thing. Hey, y'all be texting me like crazy. You see this one just saying, I don't know if you guys can see that. It reads, great content on YouTube, man. Exactly. Talk about perfect timing, yo. You feel me? So yeah, in this video I'm going to talk about the time frame stuff and the strategies and stuff like that, right? So first things first, right? And we're going to go to like, I'm going to demonstrate like on a practical. I'm going to demonstrate using a chart. I just want to clear out some things before I actually head out to the charts. You feel? So first things first, right? You need to understand that like as far as time frame goes, and this is like me talking from my own experience, right? What I came to realize is, my thing now is through experience, right? I just didn't come to this conclusion by myself or whatever. What I realize is you need to prioritize the structure of the market over the time frame. The time frame is really there to give you definition and depth in the market and stuff like that, and it's cool, but there's no strategy that's assigned to a certain type of time frame or whatever, unless you're scalping. So I'm gonna demonstrate, like I said, I'm gonna demonstrate to you which time frame you should use, right? At the end of this video you understand which time frame to use and stuff like that. So let's quickly hop on to the PC and open this chart. You feel me? All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, right? We're gonna go ahead and open our charts, and as usual, you'll find NAS100 as the first thing that's open there, right? So remember in the last video that I just dropped, I dropped a video talking about the setup on the NAS100. We did a little bit of a forecast that time and stuff like that. And I remember very well telling you what I would have done if I was in this situation. I remember I told you I would only look to sell. And when I said that, the price was still up there. And I made that video on Friday. And as you can see from the Friday's candlestick close, we did close bearish, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know, man, if you didn't listen to the advice that I gave you guys on the other one, it's your loss, but the real ones know what's up, right? So in this video we're gonna look at I don't want to look at NAS100. We're doing a lot of NAS100 lately, so I feel like it's best if we just maybe look at other charts and stuff like that. I'm gonna open the DAX 30, right? We're gonna open the DAX 30, but it's also it's kind of analyzed already. So we're gonna answer this question of time frames. Which time frame should I use, Vussy Magz, and how my strategy, they said, is for 5-minute charts or 15 minutes or whatever. I'm gonna answer all of that in this one, right? So before we go ahead and like dive into the strategies and stuff like that, I need one favor from you, right? You feel me? Let's get this video to 500 likes. That's all I ask. You feel me? Let's get the video to 500 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Then I'm gonna definitely keep it coming with this type of content. You dig? Alright. So if you're not subscribed, also go ahead and subscribe, my nigga or my girl. You feel me? Go ahead and subscribe. Like, comment, click the bell notification icon so you don't miss on any future drops. So let's go ahead into, now we're looking for the structure. I said always prioritize on the structure of the chart and not the time frame. That's the how to answer this question of which time frame should I use, right? Listen to this one statement. Only prioritize the structure over the time frame. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna look at this chart from, say, let's look at this chart from here, right? So from this vertical line going to the right hand side, let's look at this chart and try to analyze, right? So right off the bat, I can kind of see a trend line that I can draw probably from there, right? Because we gotta move around with our trend lines. We gotta see, you won't get it maybe the first time or whatever, but when you move it around, you see, okay, this trend line, we can draw it like this, but you see how far the price is away from the trend line. The price is very far, so the trend line isn't really showing us anything about the what you call the price. But if now we draw a trend line starting from this candlestick wick, then we move it like this. You see what I'm saying? So this trend line, we join with this candlestick wick, we make contact here also, so it's 1, 2, 3. Then the chart isn't really that far away from where the price is at now. So this trend line is more relevant than this one, because this one is only making contact twice, which is not bad, but it's also not ideal, because this one is giving us way more information. 1, 2, 3 is greater than 2 in the market. So in the market, more is more is more and less is less. Let's just put it like that before we start doing the extra stuff. So this is on a daily chart. So if you look at the price like this, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy or are you gonna sell? Of course, you don't know what to do. I also don't know what to do when I'm looking at it from this perspective, which is why we're gonna go from daily. Then we're gonna go to the H4. You feel me? Because we're looking for definition, the structure. What do I mean by structure? Right? When I'm talking about structure, I'm talking about highs and lows, ladies and gentlemen. Highs and low is the game of the markets, right? So when you look at the H4 now, you can see we have lows are defined and our swing highs are defined. You can clearly tell. It's a swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. Now the market has to make a swing low. You get me? So already just by looking at this chart, we can see where to expect our next swing low, which is around this trend line. But even if we break below it, we have to trade it accordingly, right? So I wanna move my face to the left side, right? And I wanna zoom out a little bit so I can see which part of this chart we need to take serious. Okay, so we can see where we make contact there, we make contact there, and the price is about to make contact there again, right? So with this chart now, I'm seeing more trend lines. Basically, I'm taking you guys through my analysis process or analyzing process and how everything goes and stuff like that. We can have a trend line also there like that. You get me? So for now, with this one, I think this trend line here, we can remove it for now because it's not really that relevant, right? And when we move back, we can see more structures in this zone where I can show you a couple of flag patterns that we're seeing there, right? So the daily chart in this instance, it gave us a understanding of how the price is going, but the H4 now is giving us more definition and more detail into the chart, right? There's also another another instance of a flag there, right? Also acting as a reversal line, something like this, right? So you know these setups are always gonna appear in that instance. And there was also another instance of a we can call it not really a reversal, but a consolidation phase, where this trend line would have shown us the breakout of this chart, right? And now, okay, I think this one now is just going to confuse the whole process of what's going on there. I think we need to remove this one, and then let's go to the 60 minutes chart, which is the H1. You see how we're going from a higher time frame to lower and lower and lower. You understand what I'm saying? So I just need a couple of lines to put them here, right? Just need a couple of lines to put them here, and then I'm gonna go into full screen mode. And I saw one of y'all put the command list for how to use TradingView in the comment section, but it's not the right time now, my G. But I appreciate that a lot. You feel me? So with this chart, we already know the sense of direction. We can see it already, ne? But it's just not convincing me that way, because when the lower I go into a time frame, it's the more I'm seeing all these structures, right? I'm seeing all these structures now. That's what I'm telling you guys when I talk about like the structure. The structure is the most important thing. You need to find the most tradable structure. So I'm finding all these structures, and I wanna reach a conclusion of which one I need to follow. You understand what I'm saying? So in the same sense that this was a channel, the price was basically bouncing from, let's look at it like this, right? I want to explain this in the most like explainable way, explicable. I hope that's a word. But you see, we have a trend line here, and then we have this one. So now we can forget about this one for a little bit and just look at the structure that's going on here. We have our high, it goes from our low, goes from the low, it comes back to the low, it retests it, goes to the high, comes to the low, goes to the high, comes to the low, goes to the high, comes to the low, it breaks out. So that's the thing. It already broke out of the lower trend line, you see. So where is it gonna go now? So that's why we can say the 240 time frame, which is the H4, is the best trend, like it's the best time frame for us to trade this certain instrument. Because in the H1, this formation that we had here, this structure that we have here, it already broke this structure. So there's no need for us to keep using the H1, because we're already out of the structure. And when we use the H1, the price actually won't be that the overall trend won't be visible on H1. We'll only see this part that's already like played out. You understand? And I can imagine if you're using a mobile phone or smartphone, it's going to be even way harder for you to look at this whole structure on H1. So if you're using a phone or whatever and you want to trade the DAX30, the DAX30, go to 240 time frame, right? When you go to the 240 time frame, you'll find this uptrend, beautiful uptrend, right? So this uptrend now, how are we gonna trade this? Because now it's too late to enter a sell. We have to wait for the price to get to this level here, where I'm gonna draw a box now, right? I'm gonna draw a box here to show you guys what I'm talking about. And we're gonna move this a little bit. Let's move it, man. We're gonna move it there, and I just want to show you like that the price is just basically doing the same thing, except there's times when you'll find the structure in between these areas, right? So this is the same thing that happened here, right? And the same thing that happened here. All right, it's the same thing also. I'm sure you guys can get the picture now. Come on now, fam. You guys have me out here drawing 1,000 boxes, but I know you get the picture. You feel me? I don't wanna leave any stone unturned. This is the number of time we made contact in the top trend line, and also at the bottom trend line in this screen. I'm sure if we move back, there's more places where it made contact with the lower trend line, just like here, there, and there. But now we need to only focus on what's going on here. The price is gonna come here, and that's the area where you're gonna start looking to buy into this structure. So that's all we can say about the DAX 30 or the DE30. It's not really much we can look into, but we can go into the US30 now also, because I remember I did an analysis the other time where I said this was the trend line. I think if we look at it on the daily, it's gonna make more sense. It violated the structure and the price broke below, you understand, and it did take a dip, you understand. So my whole thing with this structure, just to explain what was going on, my whole thing with this structure was that you can see the price has been making contact with this zone for a long time, since like March 2020. This is the second point, third point, fourth point, 5, 6, and then this is like the 7th time we're making contact with the lower trend line. So now that we violated this structure and we were almost at the all-time high, I don't know what we can make of this at the moment, because I need to first see this price make a little bit more structure. But if I could say anything, maybe we can go into the H4 time frame, because the structure there is already violated, like I'm saying. So maybe if we go to the H4, we can find a structure that we can trade. You understand what I'm saying? But even with this one, because I wanted to draw a trend line, let me just delete all these tools that are there on the chart. I wanted to maybe draw the trend line like this, right? Draw the trend line like this. But even if we use the lower swing high as a tool, we can see that we already broke out of the structure, because it was like this, right? We made contact here 1, 2, 3, and then when the price got here, because it was consolidating in between these two lines, it got here and then it broke out to the downside, and then it's been pushing ever since. So now we're at the support, and the price seems to be breaking out still. So if I wanted to trade this, maybe I would wait for a buy, but we need structure over anything. The structure on this one isn't really showing me something that I can like strongly rely on, just because of like how everything is. So maybe if the price can reject here, this zone here, right? If we can get a engulfing candlestick, because you can see the candlestick that broke here was already a bullish, no, not a bullish, a bearish, super bearish candlestick. So maybe if you get an engulfing candlestick that's gonna close above, then we can say maybe this level is holding. But for now, there's no structure that I can say like we can trade on this one. So I don't know, I hope like from this video you can kind of see the process that I need to go to for me, that I need to go through, the process I need to go through for me to like find a structure that I'm gonna stick to. Because structures like this, when it's already taken off, there's not really much you can do. And you can see this thing is pushing down. So even if I go to the 16 minutes, let's look at the 16 minutes and say maybe on the 16 minutes, but we're at this point, it's already gone. Because maybe if you're looking at it like this on the 16 minutes, you could just buy every time it makes contact with the trend line. Draw this trend line, you anchor it with this high, and then when it comes to make contact with the trend line, you sell. When it comes back close to the trend line, you keep selling. But now we are far away from the trend line, so it's not really much we can do here. You feel me? So yeah, fam, it's a Sunday night in SA currently. So I just wanted to go through a brief analysis procedure that I go through every time I analyze a market, and show you guys that the time frame isn't really the most important thing you need to be focusing on, unless you wanna open trades and stuff like that. But if you wanna find opportunities and where to put your money, the time frame shouldn't be a determining factor of like, no, I'm trading it because I only trade the H4. I only trade. I know guys who say, or people who say they only trade H4 or H1, and I used to be one of those people also. I used to only prefer trading. I think I started with trading H1, and then I went to H4. I thought H4 has more stability and stuff like that. But there's no such thing as a specific time frame. You need to find opportunities in the markets. The time frame what is a time frame? It's just basically a tool that shows you the market from different kind of angles. You just need to find the angle where it makes it easier for you to work with that chart or whatever. But even in some, like the US30 we're looking at now, no matter which time frame you can go to, you can see previous structures that you would have traded, but because of where the price is at, you can't force a trade at those regions or zones. You feel me? So this video, I hope I answered the question. And if you guys still have more like video suggestions and stuff like that, hit me up. It's your boy Vussy Magz. I got you. We family now, you feel me? But before you hit me up, hey, make sure you go and click the like button and the subscribe button and click the bell notification icon of it. You feel me? Otherwise, the boy Vussy Magz, I'm out, man.